what is happening to the American citizens because of the cartels. That'd be great. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Gentleman yields. I now recognize Ms. Jackson Lee of Texas.
I'm kind enough to yield to the next individual.
We can go
I'll
out of
come back
order,
after that.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Ms. Garcia, you're recognized.
Ramirez, Ms. Ramirez.
Ms. Ramirez, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman and Ranking Member Thompson. We've been here for about an hour and a half, and I want to thank you for this hearing. Today's hearing should be shedding light on the pressing issues surrounding immigration policies. What is causing migration, and how do we make sure the children we talk about, the children that I actually know personally, are cared for? Instead, I think we continue to politicize an issue that actually both sides need to address, which is immigration reform. But I actually want to get back to why we're all here today. The American people expect us to do our job and to solve the problems. They expect us to have unbiased people who are witnesses here and provide us an opportunity to shed light on how we move forward. And as I think about the hearing now and hearing the witnesses, I think about just last year, how a horrific domestic terror attack at Buffalo, New York supermarket left our nation reeling. My colleagues across the aisle offered up their thoughts and prayers, but they offered no actions to address racially and ethnically motivated violent extremism. It is not lost on me that before murdering 10 people at the supermarket last year, the shooter wrote, and I quote, "We are experiencing an invasion on a level never seen before in history." However, twisted justification, the shooter believed he was repelling an invasion of the United States by immigrants from Latin America. Does that sound familiar? Mr. Maltz, in your testimony, you said, "I know what's going on in America." So let me ask you, do you support the assertion that the United States is experiencing a historic invasion by immigrants? That's a yes or no question.
Illegal immigrants from around
Yes
the world,
or
yes,
no?
yes.
So you believe that we are experiencing a historic invasion of immigrants?
Yes.
So despite knowing that the Pittsburgh shooter justified his actions based on the idea of an immigrant invasion to replace white people, despite knowing that invasion ideology was used to justify the shootings in El Paso and Buffalo, you continue to espouse this great replacement theory and extremist ideology that people like me, when my mother crossed the border pregnant with me, don't deserve to be here because we are invading the country? Mr. Chairman, this hearing is not a fact-finding mission. It's a raw political sham to stoke fear, and it will continue to justify the violence against immigrant communities, and I find that unacceptable. This body's job is to address the problems in our country, not to spew more hate. That's what we should be focusing on, legislative solutions, not divisive distractions, and prioritizing the expansion of resources for immigrant communities and comprehensive immigration reform. That's how we address public safety. So let me just end by saying, let us direct our efforts towards meaningful action that upholds our values and ensures the security and well-being of all of us, regardless of immigration status. That is the America that I know, that is the America that I love. And with that, Chairman, I yield back.
The gentlelady yields. I now recognize Mr. Ezell for his